Coaches, today we're going to show you how to nominate for an all-state player. This is not a video for academic all-state. This is only for an all-state player. So I've logged into my account on the MIGCA. I have paid my dues, and I'm going to come over to my teams. My teams load up. I'm going to come over to the team that we're going to nominate, or not the team, but the player. You're going to notice these little tabs up over here. We're going to go to nominations. Now, when we go to nominations, we are talking about all-state right here. We are not talking about academic individual or academic team. Now, if you do these, you only have to do it on the MIGCA website. You don't have to do it on iWanamaker. But for all-state, there are two places right now that you have to nominate. All-state is the first one. So when you click on all-state, you're going to notice that I need to go over here to add a nomination. It is the 24-25 year. When I add a nomination, we're going to go through a lot. You're going to read here to make sure that this player has behaved correctly. They haven't done anything out of season as far as alcohol, tobacco, that they are a model student athlete. And so please don't just click through, read and understand. They haven't been disqualified. It also talks about making sure that you understand that you'll get a confirmation page. Okay? So read through these, make sure that your player qualifies for these things and understands it. Now, when we go here, we're going to hit a little roadblock because you're going to notice that we don't have any players. So when we don't have players in our all-state nominations, we're going to have to cancel out of here, and we're going to have to come over to your teams, go back into the team that you want, and you're going to notice that you have a roster. So when you come over to your roster for your team, there are no players. So when you go here, you're actually going to have to add a player. Now, years ago, we put in all of our information for every tournament, so our players were always added there. So the first thing we have to do is we have to go in and add a player. So I'm going to add the player, pause the video, and I'll be right back. Okay. So I have added this information, blocked it out so that you can't see it, but I put down that they graduate next year, which means they're a junior in 2026, and I'm going to then hit save. It is then going to show that person up there. And so now I can go to nominations. Now I can go over and choose all state like I did right here. I can go through and add a nomination. And when I do this nomination, again, I need to read the code of conduct. Now you can see that my player is going to show up here and I'm going to select them. When I do it, it is very important that you add an address. This allows me as the MIGCA secretary to send them a congratulatory letter. It allows me to reach out to them. Love to be able to have that. Next thing is the 9-hole average. I would love for you to go in to iWanamaker. When you come into your team in iWanamaker, into your roster, I need to know if they have played 9 holes and what their average was. This is not the 218 holes broken up into 9 holes. These are just 9-hole duels or tries that they have played. The reason this is important and this information is important because it goes into the all-state book. So everything that you add in here makes it into the all-state book. So I'm going to go fill this information out. I'll be right back. Okay, now that I have added this information in here, again, we're doing code of conduct. Were they disqualified for any reason? You know, how many events did they play? Things like that help out. If they're seniors, you're putting down, hey, are they going to college? Are they going to play on a college golf team? And then you go next. Now the next one, this again here, this summary goes into the all-state book. So this is a way for you to go ahead and go brag about your player. So by all means, put down some of their accomplishments, both academic, volunteer, and athletic. Even if it's, golf, absolutely. Add things that they, would appreciate being in an all-state book. Now, once I go ahead and finish that out, I end up with the confirmation page, making sure that this information is correct, that I've got a summary, that I've got the information, the address is correct, and then go ahead and go finish it off. Now, once I finish it off, if you wait a second, you're going to notice that my nomination is here. If I want to view my nomination, you're going to go to the magnifying glass. If I need to edit it, I can go in here and go edit it. If for any reason they get disqualified at the state finals, seeing that we're before that right now, and I'm like, this player is no longer worthy, all I have to do is hit the X and they are done. And then that nomination is taken out. So you have ways to go in and go edit. Again, the nominations here. If I go to All State and I add the nominations, I can see every player here that I've nominated. We usually get a lot of questions like, hey, I don't know if my kid was nominated. This is where you see it. If you go over to Academic Individual, you will see your individual's academics that if you've nominated. Same thing with the team. You will see your nomination in those 3 spots if you click on it. Now, in order to finish off this All State, you have to go back to the iWanamaker. You have to go back over to your team. You have to go back over to your roster. Love it to start off with girls. You then come down to your players, and there are 3 dots over here on the side. You need to edit the member. And again, this is only for all-state players. This is not for academic all-state. It's going to say all-state nominee. You're going to go here. You're going to say yes. This allows me as a person that's going to run the data to be able to sort that data very easily with players that have been nominated. There are a good, 3,000, 4,000 players for girls. It will get us down to the 150 to 200 nominations so that we can get that information ready for All-State. Once I have nominated her here and I have my nomination here, this nomination is now complete. That is how you nominate. Any questions, please reach out to an MIGCA board member and ask those questions, send those emails. We want to make sure that we recognize your players that are deserving of All-State, academic, only for seniors, and academic team. Thanks. Have a great day.